Hi, welcome to Pauline Interviews. This is part 2. Our topic is Reiki, and I'm interviewing Ash, a Reiki master. But before we get going, I just want to once again thank Crystal Crossroads and Ellen Hardy for letting me use her facility. Really appreciate it. So now we're going to actually do a demonstration of Reiki, which is a healing energy, and there are hand positions, and I'll let you take it away, Ash. You can explain maybe what you're doing and and I'll let people know what I'm feeling.
Absolutely. So my first thing is to ground, turn the Reiki on within myself, and then just allow it to flow. That's all I actually have to do, and then I just allow myself to be guided where I need to go to give the healing energy. So that's all I do.
Do you have Reiki guides with you?
Always.
Okay.
I always have
and
around.
And so you will know by reading my energy where I need to heal, and Reiki will go where it's most needed. Is that correct?
That is correct. I don't control it. I'm just guided. The Reiki guides me, not the other way around. So I just listen to what's needed.
And there are various hand positions you use.
There are. I don't actually use the chart of hand positions personally, but they're highly effective, especially if you're first starting out and are unsure. But generally, as you progress, you just allow yourself to be guided, and you will naturally begin going where you need to go with it. It's really beautiful, easy healing modality.
One last question, I'll let you get started, is we talked about Reiki symbols in the first interview. Will you be using any symbols while you're working on me?
Always. Reiki is all about symbols, so you're attuned to literally several sets of symbols as you go through each of the classes. The first one you have one symbol, the next class is two, and so on and so forth. So each time I just am guided to which symbols are needed to provide the most effective healing for what I'm doing. And I could combine multiple symbols or just use one. One hand might be using one symbol while another might be using 3 or 4. And wherever is needed on the body, I just tap in and tune in and figure out what is needed there. And I just told.
Do you draw the symbols or do you visualize them?
I just visualize them.
Okay.
When I first started out, I was definitely drawing them. But then after you use them for a while, you can generally just picture them, and it is just as effective as drawing, and a lot faster.
I was going to say, well, at some point we'll show them because they are a little complicated. So
actually, unfortunately, according to the Reiki, we don't actually share the symbols until we're in class, because there's a reason for that. People will generally start
I'm glad you said that.
Yes,
we won't show them. We'll show hand positions, no symbols.
Right.
Okay, sounds good. I'm glad I said that.
Me too.
Okay, no symbols. That's right, because I didn't get to symbols until I was a Reiki level 2, now that I remember, Okay, I'm ready. I'll be quiet and let you do your thing, and you can tell us what you're doing and what I should be feeling, and maybe I can say what I'm feeling.
So right now I'm just letting the Reiki run. I'm using the Holy Fire Reiki.
Now you're not actually making contact. You can, though, if you want to. Can you? Not?
I do it based on what clients comfortable with. So each of my clients can tell me if they would like contact, no contact, where.
Oh,
they can change their minds anytime. It's very important that the client feel completely comfortable with the process start to finish.
I obviously do, because, as I said, I studied it. And I used to do it on a friend, and I'd touch her shoulders, and she said, oh, that felt so good. I'm starting to feel relaxed. Can I talk while you're doing this?
Absolutely.
So, are you feeling any of my energy like it's...
Oh, I always feel people's energy.
And can you describe it, or would that help?
I absolutely can if you would like. So right now I'm getting little pingles. It's almost like little champagne bubbles coming right up off the top of your head. And right here, it's pulling in. So Reiki's going in here, and champagne tingles are coming up right here.
And what does that mean?
It just means that this area would like some Reiki.
Oh, okay. Like my throat? Oh, good.
So
okay.
You're a public speaker, and so often with our throat chakra, it requires some healing.
Yeah, the other night I did take something, well, when you travel, whatever it's called, because I felt my throat was a little...
Yes, especially at this time of the year, right?
Yeah. Now, Reiki can help you stay healthy, too.
It absolutely does.
It can boost your immune system.
Actually, Reiki can do just about anything, I think, except change the past.
Can it make us younger?
Wouldn't that
Can you
be
get rid of some of these
lovely?
wrinkles here?
That would be lovely, yes.
Airborne. I knew it would come to me. I took some airborne.
So right now what I'm literally doing is having the energy run between my palms, between your root chakra and your third eye, or actually, excuse me, the throat chakra.
Okay, the root chakra is way down here.
It is. So my left hand is down here at your hip, so at the back of the root chakra, because our chakras have a front and back. And so we're just right now working on balancing and aligning. And what that means, if you were to think about chakras as
Energy centers, yes.
yes, they are. And we have 7 main ones and then hundreds of secondary and tertiary. So if you were to think about your primary chakras in the way we would a washing machine and dryer set. So sometimes if we load our washing machine incorrectly, it can become imbalanced and it starts hopping around. And it knocks into the dryer and knocks it out of its place. So now you have those chakras out of balance and alignment. So Reiki, when we have our chakras aligned and balanced, our energy systems function optimally.
That's a great analogy and visual, the washing machine. I had one like that, and it did knock,
Yes.
So when you had to open it and redistribute the clothes to put it back in balance, that's a great analogy. Yeah. So when we're in balance, then we're in our optimal health.
Absolutely.
And I would imagine not only does it help us, but when our energy is good, we go into a room and we actually, don't we make that?
Always. Putting out positive vibes is literally not just a Beach Boy song.
Right. And I would think that the more people that can raise their vibration, doesn't that help the world as well?
Absolutely. Good vibrations help everything, help us feel better, help us mentally, physically, emotionally. It's really beautiful. And when we feel better and at our best, we have less pain, we're happier, we're more open. So it really is a huge system of healing that affects every single aspect of our lives.
Yeah, and then when you said, yes, when you're in less pain or when you're no pain, you're a happier person, and it just spreads. I mean, if you're a miserable person, you don't want to be around that person.
Right.
So,
it's so true. Yes.
And we talked about, did we talk about protection? You do a protection before you work on people?
Well, I set up my own personal boundaries because as you release that energy likes to go somewhere. And if I'm open and saying, oh, let me take you on, then I'm pulling out that energy, which doesn't really benefit me.
Right. You don't want, any energy you're taking out of me that's not serving me will not serve you.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really a great idea to be grounded and to have your own personal boundaries up when you're doing energy work with anyone. It's very key.
Sounds
actually,
good.
for the healer.
How often, like I said, I could, since I'm a Reiki level 2, I can do this to myself. And how often do I want to do it, or how often is it good to do?
Well, when I first started out, my very first attunement, I literally gave myself Reiki every single day. And
for how long? I mean,
for the first year.
Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, how long? 10 minutes a day or 20?
There's really no set. It's based on what you're feeling. So if you're feeling really low, or if you're getting sick, or you just feel sort of out of whack or out of balance, give yourself Reiki, and when you feel it stop flowing from your hands in a particular area, it's time to move on. And once you've kind of gotten all the areas, you just always want to balance and align your 7 chakras and ground your energy down and then seal it in. That's really key steps for every healing session,
Sounds
whether
good.
you do it for yourself or someone else.
We talked about hands, and I remember that people's hands get really warm and even tingly. Where's the heat coming from?
So you're channeling Reiki. So it's a set of frequencies. So if you were to think about it, energy can get really hot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So our hands are putting out heat, and heat is healing. So
Yes, definitely.
right. So cats purr to heal themselves, the vibrations.
Wow, I never learned. Even Phil's surprised at that one.
I read that. I found that absolutely
Wow,
fascinating.
that is interesting. So it's very important to raise your vibration, and Reiki actually helps to raise your vibration. That's amazing. And I think I don't know if we said in part one, didn't we say that Reiki is the most used healing energy healing technique?
It's the most studied. It's absolutely
the most studied.
So there are over 1.5 million people that use it worldwide currently.
Okay, good way to end would be to ask you, if people are watching this and they want to learn Reiki, get a level 1 to start with, what's the best way to find is everybody a good Reiki master? I mean, are there some that are better than others, or?
Everyone's the same in regards to the Reiki. I would say it just goes to teaching, and if you're drawn to teach, absolutely, why not?
Well, is there Reiki Society, like say I'm just watching this, I didn't know anything about Reiki, and I want to begin learning about it, where's the best way to find the information so I can move forward?
So you can check into the International Institute of Complementary Therapies, that was begun by William Rand.
William Rand, yes.
And you can find someone in your area that way. You can also just look up online and do your research, look at reviews, see what previous students have said, and find someone that way.
I might end this by saying you are a Reiki master. So Ash will, so Ash is a teacher. So it's Ash Marshall Odell that I'm interviewing, and if you're interested in Reiki, we'll put Ash's information up too. You can contact her as well. Do we want to add anything? And am I feeling good?
You are. The back of your chakras are nicely aligned. I would just want to ground and seal those healing energies in before you for the day.
Oh, okay. Can you do it now, or do you want to do it?
I can. I just have to move around in front.
Okay, then we'll wait. We'll ground me later. Right now I'm an ungrounded person, so watch it. No, I'm only kidding. Yeah. I mean, last time we did the crystals, you had me do the grounding crystal, so that must mean something. Anything to add before we close on this? It felt good.
I'm glad. Yes.
Yeah.
It always feels lovely to me too. Giving and receiving is beautiful.
Thank you. So do you get something out of this then?
I do. I just personally resonate strongly with Reiki, and as I'm running the energy, it's working on me too.
That's right. I remember reading about that. I'm glad we added that because that's important. So there's probably a lot more to talk about Reiki, but I hope you enjoyed part 1. And part 2, we did a little demonstration. And thank you for watching Pauline Interviews. I've been talking to Ash, who's a Reiki master, and we are at the Crystal Crossroads. And if you like the show, please tell your friends about it. Also, we'd be happy if you'd like to subscribe, and then you will find out when the next show's coming. Thank you so much.